Enough fentanyl to kill nearly 40,000 people. That's what police say they found when they arrested a suspected drug dealer in Indianapolis. Well, now that man is facing charges for a deadly overdose. And tonight, Alex Almanza shows us how a new drug task force is working to track down dealers before more lives are lost.
It was December of last year when police say they found a man dead in his car here in the Southside shopping plaza. His death ruled a drug overdose, prompting a months-long investigation into the person responsible for dealing such a deadly drug.
IMPD's Overdose Death Task Force got to work, tracing where the lethal drug fentanyl came from. Investigators say they identified 29-year-old Shane Johns as the alleged dealer through surveillance footage and other investigative techniques.
Somebody lost their life and a family is grieving because of this. We want to find the source. What led up to this happen? How many lives is this distribution impacting?
In February of this year, police moved in on their suspect, spotting Johns near Southport Crossing Drive. When officers tried to pull him over, they say he drove off. After a short pursuit, he was arrested. Inside his car, police found 77 grams of fentanyl and 30 grand in cash. A firearm tossed from the vehicle found nearby. According to court records, Johns told investigators that he doesn't sell narcotics to anyone he doesn't think has the tolerance to do fentanyl, saying, quote, "I don't want anybody to die on me."
So the distribution of this is something that we want to target heavily.
A target that can't be hit without the help of other agencies.
The unit itself was founded in part of the DEA, and we work with several surrounding agencies to share intelligence.
But there's one critical piece of the puzzle that they rely on.
This isn't something that we can do alone. We want the community's help as well. If you are aware of any of these activities, so please contact us.
Meanwhile, the fight is far from over.
That IMPD is never going to stop going after the perpetrators of these distribution networks.
In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Johns faces multiple charges, including dealing a controlled substance resulting in death. Happening tomorrow, a man accused of causing a deadly crash while intoxicated and then leaving the scene makes his first court appearance. A grand jury indicted Bradley Woods on 21 charges for this crash back in 2023. Police say his truck hit a car head-on along Southport Road near Little Oak Lane. 20-year-old Avery May was killed. His girlfriend, Riley White, seriously hurt. Police say Woods initially stayed at the scene, but then had his wife pick him up in the middle of the investigation without completing a blood draw.
There was a very tragic accident, and what is being alleged is that people didn't live up to their statutory obligation in terms of being able to stay on scene, making sure that all the information that everybody needed was indeed provided. And then the additional step oftentimes in these types of cases is making sure that there's a blood draw that's conducted.
Woods' wife is charged with obstruction of justice for allegedly helping him leave the scene. The two were arrested over the weekend and have since bonded out of jail.
Temperatures right now in the 40s, not nearly as cold last night at this time. We have 44 in Indianapolis, 45 Shelbyville, and 45 degrees in Terre Haute. Still cool enough that you'll need the jacket tomorrow morning, but you won't need that heavy coat. Remember, this morning we were in the 20s, expecting low 40s out the door tomorrow morning. You'll need the sunglasses as well tomorrow afternoon. Cool morning, a warm afternoon with highs in the upper 60s and low 70s. Rain chances return later Wednesday into Thursday, and we'll be monitoring this line of storms as it develops Wednesday afternoon and evening for the potential of severe weather. I'm going to cover that in the full forecast.
All right, Angela. See you then. Two conflicting stories tonight about a viral video taken inside a popular indie jazz club. A woman claims she was kicked out because of her political beliefs. The bar's owner calls it a setup.
So what's on the camera is true. We felt very threatened, and that was the important part, but it was set up first. And it was just so vile, so vile.
All right, so this is the video of the confrontation between a customer and employee at the Chatterbox Jazz Club. It's been viewed millions of times already. The bar's owner, longtime owner, tells us it started when a group of people harassed and intentionally misgendered his employee. Then, after they were kicked out, one person returned, camera rolling. Now, we did reach out to the woman who recorded this video. We have not heard back. We also spoke with a local attorney who said businesses here in Indiana do have a right not to serve someone as long as it's not based on constitutionally protected classes, things like race, religion, or sexual orientation. Here in Indiana, political affiliation is not a protected class. Here's a look at the other headlines we're following tonight. A Bloomington man just pleaded guilty to raping his neighbor back in 2021. And it's not the first rape case he's been charged in. Eric Montgomery is already serving a 36-year sentence for raping an IU student who died from a fentanyl overdose. Investigators say his DNA collected during that case helped solve the 2021 assault of Montgomery's neighbor. His sentencing set for next week. A 50-year-old woman wanted for the murders of 2 Lafayette women was just arrested in Seattle. U.S. Marshals arrested Sean Vargas on 2 counts of murder, plus obstruction of justice and false informing. Police say she killed 34-year-old LaPortia Chanette and 28-year-old Kadisha Ross at a Lafayette apartment earlier this month. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office is cracking down on dangerous driving at the intersection of 146th and Allisonville. Police say speeding, illegal turns, and running red lights have all led to numerous crashes and near misses amid ongoing construction. Well, today, police say they made 18 traffic stops during the 2-hour traffic blitz. Republic Services is opening a new recycling facility here in Indianapolis. The new Polymer Center off Hannah Avenue will recycle old plastic bottles and jugs into new ones. Republic Services says this is an effort to improve the city's green infrastructure, with Indianapolis having the lowest recycling rate in the country. The superintendent of HSE schools is now addressing capacity concerns after plans to open enrollment to families outside the district.
So we think this is our best bet at kind of bringing in more income for our school district, serving more students and giving them an educational opportunity that they may not have in their current school district.
Parents say they're worried there won't be enough space with more big developments in Hamilton County, like the Gatewood Lakes project. HSE plans to assess enrollment each year and then give first priority to students who live in the district if they reach capacity. Remember, you can find the day's top local and national headlines anytime on your phone. Just open the 13 News app. For 3 straight days now, people have been painting the town green, all in honor of St. Patrick's Day. We've seen them flocking to their favorite Irish pub for live music and some beers. But that's not all. Our Logan Gay dives a bit deeper into this holiday.
Even if you're not Irish, folks come out and they're Irish for the day.
So what does it mean to be Irish?
It's very spiritual. It's something you can't necessarily put your finger on. It's just who you are.
And it doesn't get more Irish in Indiana than the Golden Ace Inn, one of the oldest Irish pubs around. They're celebrating 92 years of St. Patrick's Day at this bar. They've been partying all week. But for Chuck McGinley, seeing this crowd enjoying themselves on this holiday is a dream fulfilled for his family. His parents opened the bar after immigrating here from Ireland.
It means a reflection back to my mother and father and all the things that they taught us about our religion, about St. Patrick, about the good way of life, good living. So.
The party continued downtown on South Pennsylvania Street, where you can find some people like Ed Carson and Michael Murphy exploring the area, wearing their favorite kilts. They're visiting from Columbus, Ohio.
Kilts are incredibly comfortable. I recommend that everybody wears one.
A recommendation that can lead to other possibilities.
It's a good chance for me to get out, dress in my Irish regalia, and have fun and enjoy the company of other people who are having a good time out as well.
And O'Reilly's Irish Pub and Restaurant became a place where strangers like Alex Plummer and Chuck Allen became friends, bonding over their love of the day, beer, and the spirits of Ireland.
These guys called us over, like, here, share our table. Like, yeah, cool. You guys seem friendly.
A little camaraderie on St. Patrick's Day.
On St. Patrick's Day and every day, because the good times don't stop here.
Every day is St. Patrick's Day when you're Irish.
In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.